The Marvel Cinematic Universe has become an integral part of popular culture, captivating audiences worldwide with its epic storytelling and interconnected web of characters. However, amidst the vastness of the MCU, there is an origin story that has been ultimately forgotten by many. This forgotten origin lies within the pages of a groundbreaking comic book series called The Ultimates, which played a crucial role in shaping the trajectory of the MCU. In 2008, when Iron Man first debuted on the silver screen, the concept of an interconnected universe was a novel idea. Marvel's decision to bring lesser-known characters like Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers to the forefront seemed audacious at the time. However, the seeds of this ambitious undertaking were sown years earlier, with the publication of The Ultimates in March 2002. The Ultimates was a 13-issue miniseries written by Mark Millar and illustrated by Brian Hitch. It was part of Marvel's new publishing line, known as the Ultimate Universe, which aimed to reimagine classic characters for a contemporary audience. The series was a resounding success, blending grounded storytelling, breathtaking visuals, and sharp dialogue that captivated readers and became an instant force to be reckoned with. The success of The Ultimates marked a turning point for Marvel Comics. Under the guidance of Bill Jemas and Joe Quesada, Marvel's new head honchos, the company sought to redefine itself and establish a new reader-friendly line of comics. This initiative led to the creation of the Ultimate Universe, where familiar characters were given fresh origins and modern makeovers. The Ultimates paved the way for Marvel's cinematic ambitions by presenting a cinematic experience on paper. The comic book series embraced a visual style that mimicked the aesthetics of a camera, utilizing panel layouts and narrative techniques that closely resembled those used in films. This approach allowed readers to envision the story unfolding on the big screen, setting the stage for the eventual adaptation of these characters into the MCU. One of the most significant influences of The Ultimates on the MCU was its portrayal of characters and their relationships. The series reimagined Captain America as a brash and sardonic hero, deviating from the golden Boy Scout persona of his 616 counterpart. This characterization, along with Brian Hitch's iconic costume design, directly influenced the portrayal of Captain America in the MCU, capturing the essence of the character while adapting it for modern audiences. The Ultimates also introduced characters like Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, and Ant-Man in a manner that streamlined their origins and made them more accessible to new readers. The series presented them in a photorealistic style, bringing a sense of realism to their depictions. These characterizations, along with their dynamic interactions and team dynamics, found their way into the MCU, shaping the on-screen portrayals of these characters. Furthermore, The Ultimates demonstrated that superhero stories could tackle real-world issues and delve into complex interpersonal dynamics. The series dealt with topics such as politics, social commentary, and the consequences of wielding immense power. This mature and grounded approach to storytelling would later become a hallmark of the MCU, influencing its narrative depth and thematic exploration. The Ultimates not only influenced the MCU but also had a lasting impact on the comic book medium itself. Its success paved the way for a new era of storytelling, where comics embraced a more cinematic and visually immersive approach. Following the triumph of The Ultimates, Marvel continued to expand its Ultimate Universe, introducing new titles like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, and Ultimate Fantastic Four. These series, inspired by the fresh and contemporary reimagining of characters in The Ultimates, brought in a new wave of readers and injected renewed excitement into the comic book industry. The Ultimate Universe became a creative playground for talented writers and artists, offering them the opportunity to reinterpret classic characters and storylines. This experimental environment allowed for bold storytelling choices, including major character deaths, unexpected twists, and a willingness to push boundaries. The success of the Ultimate Universe had a ripple effect on the wider comic book landscape. Other publishers took note of Marvel's achievement and began exploring similar approaches, launching their own reimagined universes and modernized versions of iconic heroes. DC Comics, for example, introduced the New 52 initiative in 2011, which sought to revamp their entire line of characters and provide a fresh starting point for new readers. Furthermore, the Ultimates demonstrated the commercial viability of adapting comic book properties into successful film franchises. Marvel Studios, under the leadership of Kevin Feige, drew inspiration from the Ultimate Universe and its more grounded and accessible characterizations when developing the MCU. The first Iron Man film, released in 2008, marked the beginning of the MCU and laid the foundation for the interconnected universe we know today. Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark drew heavily from the charismatic and flawed interpretation of the character in The Ultimates. This marked a departure from the traditional depiction of Iron Man as a more stoic and serious figure, and it resonated with audiences, setting the tone for subsequent MCU films. The Ultimates also influenced the team dynamics and storylines of the Avengers in the MCU. The conflicts, alliances, and character interactions depicted in the comic series provided a blueprint for the ensemble cast films, such as Avengers and Avengers: Age of Ultron. The witty banter, internal conflicts, and epic battles that made the Ultimates memorable translated seamlessly to the big screen. While the MCU has since evolved and incorporated elements from various comic book storylines, it is important to acknowledge the significant role the Ultimates played in shaping its early years. The comic series laid the groundwork for the interconnected universe, introduced new character dynamics, and brought a fresh perspective to beloved superheroes. In conclusion, the Ultimates not only influenced the MCU but also had a far-reaching impact on the comic book industry. Its success revitalized Marvel Comics, paved the way for new storytelling approaches, and introduced a fresh and contemporary take on beloved characters. The series demonstrated the potential of comics to tackle complex themes, embrace diversity, and engage readers with long-form narratives. The Ultimates remains a significant and influential work in the history of both comics and the superhero genre as a whole. If you liked the video, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.